All right, this video is going to be covering my thoughts on if you go to the BET YouTube channel, they actually have like a get to know the cast of Tyler Perry's Assisted Living, and we pretty much get to meet, Cora Brown and the new family, Grandpa Vinny, his grandson Jeremy, his his wife Leah, and his two kids. And yeah, they did one for House of Pain as well. Both are about 6.5 minutes long, so I highly recommend going to check those out. This video is pretty much, again, just my thoughts on it. Before going further, make sure you hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and hit the bell notification icon and hit all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post new content, as well as following me on social media platforms. Links to everything are going to be in the description below. It's hard to put into words how I feel about this because I don't want to sound extremely negative, but even when the news was initially released about these shows and I read the synopsis, I wasn't too excited because, to be honest, reading the synopsis and looking at the premise of the show, it really made me feel the way I did when The Pains was first announced. You have two characters from a hit show moving to like a new location with an entirely new cast, just like they did with Curtis and Ella when they went to Florida, and you had an entirely new group of people who would be the main cast. Now, I don't want to prematurely say this show will be Pains level bad, but based on the clips and the scenes that have been released so far, I'm not that impressed, so to speak. But at the same time, I don't want to pass judgment right away because I'd rather watch the first handful of episodes before I pass judgment. But just based on like the jokes and the laugh track and the demeanor of the characters, not really feeling it yet. But once again, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but once I see the show play out, I hope I'm proven wrong. Because just looking at, I think the scene that had me going, oh boy, the most, that it was towards the end of the get to know the cast trailer. It's like when Jeremy slaps Grandpa Vinny in the face and he goes flying over the couch, and then his reaction, I'm like, nah, this ain't going to do it for me. But I mean, young Dylan, I remember when I saw the initial trailer for that, I didn't judge the show harshly. I pretty much said from the get-go, I'm not really going to review the show that much because, I mean, it's a show that's made for kids. But then I've watched at least 4 episodes on the Nickelodeon YouTube channel, and I'm like, holy crap, this show is actually halfway decent. So hopefully I'll have the same reaction when I watch Assisted Living later this week. But again, kudos to Tyler Perry for giving us some new talent. I don't believe I've seen many of these actors before. I believe the actor portraying Jeremy, I want to say I've seen him in like Kevin Hart's crew of guys in like the Plastic Cup Boys or something like that. I know he looks familiar, but other than that, aside from Brown and Cora being there, I just hope it's not Payne's level of bad where you have two characters and you pretty much hype up their personalities. Like, remember on The Pains, you had Curtis being overly selfish and mean, and Ella was overly sanctified to the point of being annoying. Whereas in this show, you're going to have Brown, who's over the top and ridiculous, but a good person at heart. And then you have Cora, who's always like the middle ground, the peacemaker in the midst of chaos. As long as you don't make them over exaggerations of their already established characters, then I think we'll be fine. So yeah, I'll watch these new episodes when they come out and see what I think. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Will you be watching Assisted Living, or will you just be content with House of Pain and go from there? And as always, if you would like to donate to the channel, which is not mandatory but appreciated, feel free to do so on PayPal, Cash App, or you can join my Patreon for as little as $1 a month.